Hello and welcome back to Realms Forgotten, and this is a very familiar sight for those of you that have watched some of my previous series where I focused on smithing or tried to do quite a lot of smithing. Anyway, I have re-enabled a couple of mods, 3 mods in fact. Better Smithing Continued, Better Time, and Butter Equipped, so that we can have a little bit of an easier time managing our inventory. Anyway, everything seems to be working. Doesn't seem to be any problems with it so far. I've created 2 additional saves, so I don't have to worry whether one of them gets corrupted. I can then just roll back to the other one, and then, you know, all that wonderful stuff. You don't need to know any of that. Anyway, point is, we have the ability to now create 2-handed axes, and I will attempt to try and level up as high as I can. Obviously, what we need to do is we need to try and get this. Oh, okay, look at that. That looks cool, don't you think? I think that looks super, super cool. Would love to be able to get this made into an axe that we can use. Unfortunately, I don't have this. I don't have this currently unlocked, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. And we're just going to go and do this. There we go. Boom. We smelted 8 of these weapons, and that's basically all I could do because now I need to do this. And look at this. This is exactly the reason why Better Smithing Continued is so incredible. Just saves me so much time. Obviously, if you're playing on console, or if you're playing unmodded, you don't have this available. That's fine. You just have to wait. You know, you just have to wait. It's annoying, I know, but then you're just going to have to leverage some of your perks to make it slightly easier on yourself. That's it. That's the only thing you can really do. Anyway, what I'm actually going to go for here is we're just going to make some really, really basic swords. Actually, you know what? No. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're just going to smelt. We're just going to smelt instead. I think making basic swords is all very well and good, but basically what I wanted to do was try to get as many resources as I could get my hands on. And what's the best way to get resources? Well, smelting. Yeah, what an obvious thing to do, eh? So yeah, anyway, we're just going to do that. And then basically what I want to do is I want to get all of the perks that provide me with some kind of discovery percentage. For example, Curious Smelter, plus 100% learning rate of new part designs when smelting. Obviously, I've just smelted a whole bunch of stuff, so now I'm kicking myself. Oh well, never mind. We're going to be getting more stuff as time goes on. Anyway, as you can see, we now have 208 in crossbows, because we've just been using our crossbow a huge amount. So, I think the best thing that we can do right now is go for plus 4 bolts per quiver. Minus 50% chance. No, equipped crossbows do not slow you down. I guess I'll go for that. A minus 10% projectile. You can reload any crossbow on horseback. I don't particularly care about that, so I'm going to be taking the counterfire one. Minus 50% accuracy penalty while mounted. That doesn't really factor in at the moment, but it could be kind of useful for us, I suppose. Otherwise, apart from that, leadership or engineering. I guess engineering is going to be kind of useful here. And otherwise, we have now also gotten to 252 in riding. So what do we want to do? Plus 20% armor to our mount, plus 50 resistance to getting staggered while mounted. Getting staggered while mounted? Yeah, that sounds fantastic, actually. Does that mean against spears? That must... No, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it means against spears, but against regular troops, yeah, I think it might actually do that. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Anyway, let's just level up a couple of people, get them persuaded to join us potentially, and I'm actually going to be going into this tournament because there is a potential for boots here. And these boots are looking pretty fantastic. As you can see, they have 22 armor on them, which is actually a pretty large amount. We currently, I think, have some boots that are 26, I think. 26. So if we can get some boots that are actually going to be somewhat useful for some of our companions that are going to be an upgrade, then I am all for that. So that is exactly what we're going to try to do here. If I can actually kill some of these guys, of course. The red team is doing fantastically, so we're going to have to eliminate them a little bit. This guy is going to survive for a long period of time. Not a big fan of that, but, you know, can't really do much about him. Yeah, we're going to have to try and deal with the green team. The green team and the yellow team firing right next to each other. That is hilarious. Not sure what's going on with that, but there you go. Nice headshot. Ah, that was great. Oh, another one. Wow, okay, hello. Seems like we're... I don't know. Coming up with the goods at the moment. That is very, very strange. I actually wonder... no, Mr. Horse Thief is not here. So that's actually really good, because that means that I don't have to worry about dying, because he seems to be an absolute monster. Not sure how that's even possible, but he seems to just literally win every single tournament he's in. I wonder whether it's just predetermined that a companion is going to win if they are slightly better than average. I don't know, but he seemed to be extremely damaging to us when we fought him, at least. Oh, we hit him! Oh, I hit him in the leg! Look at that! Oh, that's crazy. I never would have expected that. Okay, so my guys are going to have some issues. Oh no, never mind. That fellow is just absolutely murdering everyone over there. Seems like we've got some very strangely proficient people on my team always. See if I can... Oh, yeah, it's so annoying when they go down, you know, when they bend down to do the thing. The reload, that is. Yes, the thing. You know what I'm talking about. There we go. Alright, well, whatever the case, let's do this. Take him down, please. There we are. Oh, this guy's still alive? Okay, well, that's not very good. Yeah, well, he's dead now. That was easy enough, wasn't it? Technically, I should just put away my crossbow, and I should just charge at them with my melee weapon. That would be the most efficient way of doing it. So, that is what we want to do. Anyway, otherwise, if I can just... I kind of hoped that this guy would actually be a little bit problematic for us, because I wouldn't mind if we could just murder him instantly, but he is being problematic, so that's obviously not very good. Did I just say I hope he's being problematic? I hope he's being unproblematic is what I meant. Anyway, hopefully we can do something here. Yep, there we go. Fantastic. We are now through to the final round. Alright, so the final round, let's have a look-see here. Oh, they've given me a polearm. This is absolutely fantastic for us. This means this is game over for him. What do you bet? Yep, there you go. There's the game over. Fantastic. That's what we love to see. Another 6 renown for us as well. Obviously, 6 renown is perfectly fine. I'm looking basically for every single little bit of renown I can get my hands on right now, because obviously we are then going to be able to, you know, push that forward to our progression as a whole. But anyway, there we go. We actually did get that, and look at this. Yes, our wife has actually equipped those desert boss boots. That's pretty funny. And otherwise, we can actually make... Okay, that looks hilarious. That looks absolutely so incredibly funny. And yeah, apparently Butter Equipped thinks that this is worse than this. I'm going to assume that it takes into account the swing speed, and yes, the swing speed of this is obviously much, much better, but the short bill is just way too good to pass up, so we're just going to lock these things in place for the moment. Oh yeah, there's actually something that I needed to do. It seems to be something that I am forgetting. Where is that? Where is that? Did I? There it is. Silver Light Blast. There we are. They all need to be locked in. Thank you very much. That's what we want. Okay, so let's go back into the smithy, because we've now done the tournament at least, and let's have a look and see what we can actually make here, because obviously I don't currently have the ability to discover new recipes easily by crafting things. So what I actually want to do is I'm going to craft some two-handeds. Can I craft this? No, I can, but that's not really going to give me much, is it? I highly doubt it's going to give me much. Let me see actually whether this is going to be... Is this going to be good? I highly doubt it. 250. 250 difficulty. I mean, obviously it's not going to be very good stat-wise, but it might give me some good skill. Yes, as you can see, it's giving me 10 skill points, which is actually incredible. So we're going to go for this once again, and this once again, and there you go. We're now at 75. And now that we have that 75 mark, what we can do is we can go straight on in here, and as you can see, we now have the ability to get Curious Smith, which is obviously what we want. These are the two main things that you want to get. This is actually something that I learned from some of you a while ago in, I think it was it a stream? I think it might have been a live stream that I did in Bannerlord, or whether it was another series in the past. Not entirely sure. I think it was actually during a stream that someone said, you should probably take these, because I was at the time deciding what I should go for, whether I should go for Steelmaker or Steelmaker 2, or whether I should go for Curious Smith or Curious Smelter. And someone said that Curious Smelter is absolutely amazing, as well as Curious Smith being really, really good. So I thought, hey, you know what? Let's try it out. And then ever since then, I have literally just not looked back. It is so incredible to see it. It's really, really fantastic. Anyway, we can now create some of these axes. This is exactly the reason why I wanted to do this, by the way, because obviously now we are going to have the opportunity to discover additional parts for axes, and then we can also, you know, get rid of them and so on and so forth. So I'm actually just going to be creating 5 of these normal ones, and hopefully that's actually going to give me, yeah, I mean, we're getting some things, but yeah, we're going to need to smelt a whole bunch more. As you can see, this is hopefully going to unlock some more things too, because of course we now have that additional, you know, curious smelter thing as well, so that's obviously going to make a big difference too. And we also probably have a couple of two-handed axes in our inventory as well, where we're going to actually be able to utilize those and hopefully get the parts that we need. But yeah, we have a bunch of crafted two-handed axes there as well. And yeah, I haven't actually found a very good, shall we say, supply for hardwood, which is actually quite irritating. But maybe I can find a village somewhere. It's highly unlikely. Anyway, yeah, the reason why we're not actually fighting anyone is because we're not at war against anyone at the moment, and I think actually what a really good thing for us to do right now is for me to take a look at the diplomacy screen and literally just have a see where we can go to join someone. For example, we could actually join the South Kingdom of Men if we wanted to. Unfortunately, they are paying 5,100 every single day as tribute, which is absolutely ludicrous. I'm not entirely sure how they even agreed to that, but they apparently did. So what we could otherwise do is we could join the city-state of Tyr, and that might actually be something that we want to go for, because then we could actually, you know, participate in some you know, some battles and some skirmishes and so on and so forth. So maybe we want to do that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to head down there. Obviously, because I have better time now, it is going to make things super, super easy for us to get all the way down there super fast, and then we'll be in a really good position. And then otherwise, what else? What else can we do? Well, we can obviously do some tournaments along the way if we want to, but of course this is just the swings and roundabouts of the game, you know. It can't all be battles and sieges, you know. Obviously, that's just not how the game is, you know. You're going to have to deal with some of the other aspects of the game. You can't just, you know, continue to attack things over and over again. However, I can do my best to try to make that happen, although, to be fair, I don't really, you know, personally, I'm actually really happy to break up the monotony, because sometimes going into battle after battle, siege after siege, can get quite repetitive. Doesn't really matter what you're playing either. You could be playing any mod, the base game, it doesn't matter. It's just the fundamental gameplay loop that Bannerlord has, and indeed Warband had as well, that sometimes can just get a little bit too much. So it's nice to break things up with a bunch of smithing or tournaments or trading or whatever. Anyway, I'm just going to leave the kingdom right now. They're not going to be particularly annoyed at me. And we can actually just... What is this guy? Hello? Look at this guy. What is he looking like? Okay, that's actually crazy. I'm always looking for good fighters, he says. Okay, yeah, my sword is yours for the right price. There we go. You can count on me, sir. There we are. Whoa, he looks pretty scary, I gotta say. He looks pretty scary. Okay, so now we can actually pick on the Southern Empire again, which is actually quite funny. Not the Southern Empire, the Southern Realm of Man. My apologies. But yes, we can pick on them a little bit, because they are... Ooh, you are... They're grinding my gears right now. They are grinding my gears right now because they were able to escape so incredibly easily. But, of course, they are able to, you know. Super, super easy for them to escape at that point. Anyway, there we go. We can actually just auto-resolve against this fellow and then just move on. Gonna be completely fine to do that. And we've got one thing on our side. I can actually take a look here. Yeah, we don't have that much cavalry, actually. I feel like I should have more cavalry at this point, right? I was going to say that we have a significant amount of cavalry, but apparently we don't. So, yeah, maybe I do, and I'm just not seeing it. But this particular fellow is moving pretty fast, but thankfully we were able to catch up to him. And now we can just, once again, do a nice little auto-resolve to get him out the way. bear in mind that this is absolutely fantastic for farming materials for smelting. This is also the reason why, in my opinion, one of the best things that the game could have added to it from a base game perspective, I don't know whether mods are even capable of doing this, but a way to create your own armor. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Can you imagine, you know, deciding on its design, designing, you know, a lightweight piece of armor that is actually going to be able to protect you reasonably well, or, you know, maybe you're going to have something else in mind. Maybe you're going to try to be super, you know, chunky and, you know, protective and so on and so forth. But all I'm saying is it would be absolutely fantastic if we had the ability to do that, because then we could smelt down all of this armor, or at the very least we could smelt down the metal pieces of armor. Of course, not the cloth and so on. But I think it would actually be very cool as well if you would be able to actually do that, where you could actually, I don't know, you know, salvage or something, and maybe you could salvage the cloth pieces of armor and the leather and so on and so forth. I think that would actually be quite cool, because then you'd have the ability to gain materials that way as well, which would actually be quite fun. But as I say, I think that would definitely be something that I would have on my wish list for the game, because having the ability to create your own armor, I think would be... I think that would be fantastic, but obviously it's very much dependent on what the community wants as a whole, because I don't know what's on the wish list for everyone. I don't know whether they're deciding that they want to have... I don't know. what else could be added to the game? I don't know. Any amount of stuff. You know, deeper diplomacy controls, for example. The ability to completely take over a city/town without having to siege it. I think that would actually that would be one of the you know, one of my things. That would be something that I would love to have, because that would mean that I wouldn't have to go into a siege, and I wouldn't have to do all that, you know, potentially annoying stuff. Sometimes it can be quite annoying to do, but it would be kind of cool if I wouldn't have to do that, and I could send in an assassin or something like that. Obviously, some mods do already allow you to control assassins and send them after your enemies if you want to do that. But most of the time, obviously, that is not not an option. So, anyway, I'm actually wondering what these guys are doing. They're running all the way over here. I'm kind of thinking that maybe we want to try and assist them, or maybe we want to go into the siege. Maybe it would it be quite fun to go into the siege? Yeah, I think so. Actually, it would be quite fun to go in there. So let's see if we can actually do that. Amusingly enough, this actually gives me a really easy way of leveling up my engineering, because obviously in these cases I don't have to do it myself. I don't have to build any of these pieces of siege equipment. I can just let my own forces do that, and as a byproduct, I'm going to be getting a lot of the engineering skill, which I very much appreciate, of course, because that's going to then enable me in the future to be able to build those siege equipment without having any worries whatsoever. You know, I can just do it myself. Anyway, we are having a bit of a problem here, however, because he hasn't decided to build anything but a battering ram, I believe. So we might have some big problems actually getting onto the walls, but it seems like there are no enemies here. What? What? Okay, this is very strange. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Oh yeah. Let's do this. Oh, yeah. Take that. That's what you get. Okay, here we go. Can we actually... Oh. Okay, can we do something here? Oh, no. I don't want headshots. I don't want headshots. Stop headshotting, you idiots. Yeah, whenever the headshots come in, that is when things get bad. Because if we actually headshot... Don't know whether you noticed, but it basically stops the projectile from penetrating further. As far as I'm aware, that's what I seem to have seen in my efforts to kill people with my wonderful spells. Okay, this might be a bit problematic. Okay, I can only be thankful that I've taken form-fitting armor, because this allows me to just run away super fast. Yeah, see, that's exactly my point. Look at that. As soon as you get the body, as soon as you attack the body, you don't need to worry about anything, because your spell just completely just goes straight through the enemy. Obviously, bear in mind, The main thing you've got to consider here is that the spell currently does not have spell effects associated with it, because again, the mod is very much a work in progress, and they are going to be fixing that for the upcoming versions. So don't worry about that. But at the moment, it's just looking a little bare bones. But that really doesn't matter to me personally. I know it matters to other people, but for me personally, I don't care about that. I just care about how it performs in a battle situation. And from my perspective, it is performing wonderfully, because I don't have to worry about, well, basically anything. I can pretty much just let it fly, and it's going to do massive damage, and we're going to be completely fine with that. This fellow's going to kill me, because I don't have a very easy to use close quarters weapon, but there you go. Anyway, I think I'm actually going to be fine here. I do want to jump down, but I don't have strong legs, so that's going to kill me instantly. So I probably shouldn't do that, but I really want to. The urge is there. You know, the urge to jump is there, but we should probably not do it. Let's just do some damage. Oh, this is actually killing multiple targets with one slash, actually? Okay, I did not... Oh. Well, I wasn't actually expecting that to happen. Not in a million years, in actual fact. I certainly wasn't expecting that. Alright, so there's the victory. Of course, I just let it play through. I'm not going to retreat or anything like that, because I do want to get a little bit of renown, right? A little bit of renown, a little bit of influence never hurt anyone, except me most of the time. You know, getting shot in the face by a bit of renown never hurt anyone. Yes, indeed. Don't know what I'm talking about, but there you go. Anyway, I mean, that's the thing. Think about this. If anyone can get headshot by something all the way across the map and die instantly, usually that's going to be me. And it doesn't matter whether it's a piece of renown or, you know, a javelin or someone's dirty sock. It is going to happen at some point. I will have that happen. And I'm actually really surprised that we even achieved victory. Well, actually, I'm not surprised that we achieved victory, but I'm surprised that I survived for as long as I did. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway, I will actually be able to pursue this fellow and actually be able to fight him. Ooh, couldn't actually go into the battle though. That's actually kind of sad. Would have liked to have gone into the battle, but it's good enough to just do a nice little auto-resolve here, because it's going to give my own forces some experience. I'm going to get some wonderful, wonderful pieces of gear that I will then be able to use in my smithing efforts, which of course is one of the main reasons why we're even fighting vassals at the moment. Obviously, renown is a secondary portion of that. Anyway, let's go into the little marketplace here. Do they have any hardwood? You have a little bit. I'm shaking my fist at them right now. Ah, that's terrible. That's absolutely awful. Oh well, what about this one over here? Can we go over the mountains? No, there is a wonderfully cool looking gate right there. So we can actually go straight on through. There is a tournament here as well. I'd love it if you could have some hardwood here, please. They do have a little bit, but not that much. Oh, there's actually quite a few towns nearby, so I can basically just run in between these. I should probably get Mr. Horse Thief to join us as well, shouldn't I? That probably makes sense. Alright, so let's go back into the smithy. Refine a bunch of this. And then we can actually smelt these, we can smelt these crafted two-handed swords. I don't know whether you noticed, but the, the price for selling these is about 33,000. 33,000. I can't believe it. But yeah, it is actually quite significant. Anyway, as you can see, look at this. Massive amounts of different things for our axes coming in. And we should probably just smelt a bunch more here, because there's a bunch that is actually going to give me some hardwood in its raw form, so that's actually quite nice. And there we have it. Okay, great. Now, what do we want to do? Well, we want to go for two-handed axes, of course. Unfortunately, I still haven't unlocked any of these axe heads, so we will still have to continue just doing the standard thing, which I'm actually a bit irritated by right now, but it's alright, it's alright. Nothing much to worry about. Let's just do something like this, and we can only create 4 of them, which in itself is really... This is actually hilarious. Wait a minute. Are you serious right now? Okay, you can literally get back 1 of these things per one that you smelt. So 1 hardwood you get back every single time you smelt them, and then you can literally just continue doing that over and over and over again. So as long as you have hardwood, and as long as you have, well, technically as long as you have charcoal, you will be able to continue smelting these things. And as you can see, look at my smithing parts right now. Unfortunately, I don't think it's caught up to the amount that I was getting for my axes. So that's obviously a bit of a shame, but can't really do much about that, can I? No, I can't really do much about that at all. Anyway, we do actually now have the ability to get Mr. Shark forming a caravan here. I'm going to get a better caravan for him this time. We're going to get him running a caravan once again, even though the caravan for me personally is not necessary for me to earn trade experience. I don't care about that anymore. I also don't care about it making me any money. I don't care about if it makes money. I just want it to make 1 gold. That's it. I want it to make 1 gold in profit so that it continues to give me renown every single day. That is the only reason why I care about it at this point. Apart from that, I'm probably going to be going for Steelmaker here, I think, maybe, because 1 fine steel into 1 unit of Thermoskene steel. Not sure whether that's actually even useful. Maybe we just want to go for the 10% chance of creating fine weapons. That might actually make more sense. Anyway, athletics, minus 50% charge damage taken, or Surging Blow. I think Surging Blow is an absolutely fantastic damaging perk, so that's exactly what we're going to take. And we also have Caravan Ambush here. Technically, we could do the Caravan Ambush just to get some really, really quick rewards. Might make sense. Why not? Why not? Let's do it. So, really, really cool thing you can do. Alt-click on this, and then it just automatically follows the guy. And we should be able to do it. Never mind. Well, we are going to be able to at least attack these guys. Don't comment anything about that. Don't comment anything. You didn't see it. You didn't see it. Okay, you can comment. I didn't see it. That's what you can comment. I'm just kidding. Obviously, you can say whatever you want, but I think that is. I think that's very funny. I was literally about to give some great piece of advice. And then, as soon as I thought, yes, this is the greatest piece of advice anyone has ever given. Not, but let's just say that it was. And then I completely failed to do so. I completely failed to follow my own advice. That is just a classic and a half, is it not? Okay, you better have some hardwood for me here. They do. They have some 43 hardwood. Wow, okay. I'm actually really surprised. That's really, really nice. Okay, so there you go. So now we can basically go straight back on in. As you can see, we still haven't unlocked any of the actual axe heads that we desperately need. And I'm not sure what's going on with that, but there you go. Oh, yeah. I also needed some... Oh, I am an idiot. I needed some hardwood to actually create the two-handed axes. Oh, well, never mind. That's going to be it for this episode. Hopefully, I'll have some more hardwood in the next one, and we'll be able to continue our battles against whoever this is. Who are we actually fighting right now, by the way? The Southern Empire? Oh, no. They actually made peace very recently, so we'll probably be leaving them and joining someone else. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.